Hey everyone, Donny here. We recorded this about 3 weeks ago, and we were going to release it right before Thanksgiving. However, we decided to do the Turkey Day special, which is a great episode. If you haven't listened to that yet, you should go check that out. And yeah, we were able to have some really good discussions on some really interesting NBA topics that are going on that aren't necessarily coaching or tactic related to basketball. But we really, really enjoyed the discussions on this episode. We're going to release it now, so it's a few weeks old, but hope everybody enjoys. And don't forget to show some Huss. Go Nuggets.
Yo, Donny. So we were talking earlier about NBA players and energy drinks. Have you heard of Rockstar?
I have.
Who's the Rockstar NBA player?
AG.
Oh, yeah.
Powder like a rock. Powder like a rock star. We're editing that out.
I don't know why you paused on that energy. I loved that. I loved that, man. That was great. Everybody, welcome to Show Sum Huss. Thank you for being here. You have Donny and Leo, and we are here to talk about the Nuggets and some fun NBA news.
Yo, what's up, Leo?
Donny, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Yeah, always a good time.
Yeah.
Show some Huss.
Shall we get started?
Let's get started. Let's bring it in. I want to talk about this tradition I saw. So I saw a tradition in the NHL that I wish Colorado pro sports teams would adopt. Okay.
Let's hear about it.
The Pittsburgh Penguins have players hand deliver their season tickets. Imagine Big Joker or AG just rolling up to your door, knocking on the door, Weasley going crazy, just being like, "Hey, I'm AG. Thanks for being a season ticket holder." How cool would that be?
I don't even know if I don't even know if I can fathom that.
Yeah.
I think that would single-handedly change my life. No, jokes aside, that would be amazing. It'd be incredible.
That would be incredible.
They would hate us because of Weasley, but
Yeah.
they also might love us because of him. I don't know.
Nah, Weasley would be friendly.
Oh, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Or he would be scared because they're humongous humans.
Yeah, the biggest probably humans that dog's ever seen,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be so cool, man.
Yeah.
Which Nugget?
Any of them. Joker. I feel like Joker would be like, I'm still in Serbia.
Which Nugget would you want
Oh,
to deliver your tickets?
honestly, this is stupid, but Christian Brown.
Oh, dude.
Just because I've become such a fanboy.
Yeah.
You know?
And you, yeah.
And I feel like he'd be like, "You want to pop a beer? Chat before you go to the next house?" You know?
Fair, man. Fair.
Yeah. Yeah, who would you want, buddy?
Honestly, man, Coach Malone.
That, okay.
To shake his hand.
To just be like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
Yeah.
What you did.
You could, even if you don't win another one, what you did was...
Dude, I know we have
unprecedented.
Nikola
Yeah.
and we have Jamal, but and not that our players are not great.
Yeah.
But we're not stacking teams.
Yeah.
We're not getting a big three. Mm-hmm. And you can tell the way our offense moves that there's design.
Oh, for sure.
It's not, hey, ISO every time. I mean, sometimes we do that, but that's by design.
Yeah.
There's strategy behind it.
Yeah, he saw what we have in Joker, saw what we have in Murray, and he's like, let's develop around this.
And Nikola plays significantly less minutes than other superstars.
Yeah.
And we're winning.
Yeah.
And so
Coaching.
I'm thoroughly impressed with the coach.
All right. Mike Malone, you better be showing up to Leo's house next year.
If it was a player, probably AG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be a good time.
AG's the one
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Probably show up shirtless and be like, "What's up, guys?"
Oh, man. Hope not. I would lose April. But that's fair.
All right. What segment you got for me today?
I told you on our last pod that I was going to go see the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Yeah.
I did. I will post pictures of that.
Yeah, we'll throw it on the Instagram.
Yeah. It was incredible, man. It was amazing. We didn't get to touch it, which is probably for the best because there probably would have been 1,000 people like kissing it and doing,
Yeah.
So we didn't get to touch it. It was a walkthrough at Ball Arena. We got within 5 feet of it.
That's cool.
Which was super cool.
Was it behind glass?
No, it was just it was like a line.
Yeah.
Basic.
Hanging out on a table?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Absolutely beautiful. Didn't get to see it for long. They were pushing us pretty quick. We had to take some fast pictures, but hey, man, it was cool. It was everything we wanted to see. And the tickets were free anyway. You just had to get them.
Yeah.
So it was cool, man.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. You said this last time. It should be on display every time. And maybe it is. And maybe we just don't know where it is. But I feel like it should be in a noticeable spot for all fans.
Yeah.
Hey, come see this, and just have a team of people around it.
I'm pretty sure they're at like, I don't know what it's called now, but Heinz Field for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
They have like a room where you can go, every fan, every game, can go look at all the Lombardi trophies they have.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's so, I mean, if you put it behind bulletproof glass, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Just let us see it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Donnie, something I need to talk to you about is, and you're going to be so surprised by this, but Nikola Jokic.
Oh, who's that?
Dude, he is top 15 currently in the NBA in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage in each of those categories. In a few of those categories, he's top 5.
That's ridiculous.
So listen to this. He is top 3 in points, rebounds, and assists. 29.7 points a game, 14.1 rebounds, and 9.2 assists.
Jeez.
That's according to ESPN.
How many assists again? 9 point what?
9.2.
This guy's almost averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
He's averaging a soundboard triple-double.
A sophomore triple-double.
Yeah.
The only thing he's struggling with is his three-point percentage, which is at 30.
Yeah.
Didn't shoot it well last night, but at the same time, man, like it's just his field goal percentage is 57.3, which has dropped a little bit. But out of 10 shots,
It's still a better...
he has a better chance of making them than missing them.
It's a better chance than a coin flip.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He's unbelievable.
Name one other player that's been doing this.
Not this consistently. Not in our lifetime.
Well, and it's an expectation.
Yeah, like, I mean, Westbrook had that year where he kind of went crazy, but he didn't continue it.
He had that year, and did they win?
No.
And the team wasn't terrible.
No.
So
Yeah, denying his greatness at this point is just, it's just
he's showing why
denial.
Why he should have won the MVP last year.
Yeah.
He should have won it,
Yeah.
and he's showing that this year. There's no one even close.
And we're not saying they're great NBA players.
Oh, yeah.
It's just he is doing things that not just I think the NBA scene, but also the Nuggets.
Yeah.
We struck gold when we drafted this guy. Hence the term Golden Nugget.
We strike gold every time he laces it up.
Yeah.
And that was great about the Golden Nugget, by the way. So, yeah, man, that's my plug about Nikola. I just want people to be aware of that.
I mean, we'd be undefeated if he could play 48 minutes a night.
Oh, yeah. Like we were saying, he plays significantly less minutes than other stars.
Yeah. And he should. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But great. I hope he continues this, and I think he kind of needs for us to go back to back because, I mean, everyone's hunting for us. We are the target.
We're going for it, man.
Yeah.
All right. I have one more thing for you.
Okay.
By one more thing, I mean a few more things.
Okay.
The scrap between Draymond Green and basically everybody from the Timberwolves.
I was too busy looking up Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift content, but I heard about it. No, I'm just kidding. I have to say, 5-game suspension seems a little light.
In these 5 games, he'll be losing about $750,000. That's what I read somewhere. I don't know.
How much does he make? Is he on a max contract?
Too much. Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
I feel like if that was for like a lower tier guy, that might mean a lot. I'm not saying that isn't a lot to him, but when you look at probably his overall career earnings,
Have you seen or heard his comments about it?
I have not.
Says he is not going to change one bit.
Shocking.
That kind of says something about the consequence.
The Klay Thompson, who did he
Clay and Daniels,
okay,
Jaden Daniels, they both got a $25,000 fine.
Yeah, and
no suspension.
That scrap, I thought they were both at fault. I felt like there was grabbing from both sides, and the one thing I just didn't like was when Steve Kerr was like, kind of trying to justify what Draymond did a little bit, or like at first, and then he backtracked when he said everything was inexcusable. I was just like, dude, you know who's on your team.
Yeah.
This guy I understand Jordan Poole was not probably the guy you wanted in your locker room.
Oh, and I agree kind of with what Draymond did with Jordan Poole,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, maybe punching is not the best option.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
But
I can see the misunderstanding.
yeah. I mean, that is who Draymond is. I mean, Draymond has been effective for them.
I agree. Yeah.
He's been key in a lot of their title wins. So I wouldn't say like he's replaceable for them. I just felt like 5 games was light.
I feel like at this point in his career, he's very replaceable. But as far as being like a lifetime guy,
yeah,
I would agree if you want him to be 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know, maybe 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think the suspension of 5 games for putting Rudy Gobert in a headlock.
Full on chokehold.
Yeah, chokehold.
Yeah.
Seems interesting in comparison to what Ja Morant got on Instagram. And folks, we just don't understand how, what Ja Morant did was
what they both did was not right.
Yeah, and they both deserve a suspension, but to get half a season compared to 5 games,
yeah,
for actual violence,
yeah,
and not condoning Ja Morant at all, but
yeah,
seems odd.
And Ja Morant, what he did, not great. Definitely not modeling to the youth of NBA fans.
Mm-hmm.
But same with Draymond, and Draymond did it on like live TV.
Ja did his live on Instagram.
That's very true. It's very true. I feel like if they both had gotten the same suspension and more than 5 games, it would have been fair. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
No, I 5 games seems ridiculous. I thought 10
at minimum,
like at least more than a tenth of the season.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
He's had like a reputation of. I mean, he stomped on Sabonis' chest.
Yeah, he's the Grayson Allen of the Warriors.
I mean, he tried to take the manhood from Steven Adams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously that's not. I wouldn't compare those two as being bad, but the guy clearly has a little bit of fire in him, and I think that fire's good. I think it has value. It's just like, dude, you got to contain yourself.
Draymond's a guy you want on your team when he's on your team, and you hate playing against him.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I agree. I don't know. Everybody, what do you think? Draymond suspension, 5 games. Is it right? Should Clay have been suspended? Should Jaden Daniels been suspended? No suspensions. Let the boys play. What do y'all think? Donny. Giannis recently was ejected from a game for making a face at an opponent for taunting after a stellar play.
Yeah.
Granted, it was his second technical.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this taunting rule? What is it exactly? Can you tell us what it is?
I think that I think the referees need to be given some discretion. They need to, you look at Wemby's tech the other night where he just bounced the ball after fouling a guy, and he meant to just, hard bounce it into his own hands, and it just slipped through and it went, over, the height of a backboard. But clearly there was no like true malicious intent. I just thought it was harsh. I feel like I see that version of taunting at least once a game, and it only like 50% of the time turns into one tech. So it's like, it's not even consistently called.
Yeah.
I mean, if he were to make it linger, he literally he looked at him for like a second and then ran the other way. And it wasn't like he was in his face. Like it was a solid, 2-3 feet away.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
From a coaching standpoint, I think you're wasting time. Get back on defense. Let's go. You're embarrassing me and the rest of the team and our whole culture of what we're trying to do here. It's stupid. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world. Has he ever done that?
No.
Never. He's too busy rebounding.
Yeah.
He's too busy assisting. He's too busy scoring.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time to me as a coach, but as a player, as a fan, it seems kind of ridiculous. I feel bad for the refs. What a weird situation to put them in to make that kind of call, because it's not their fault. It's the rule book.
Yeah.
It's the rules.
Yeah.
So
And even with the Wemby one, you could tell the ref didn't want to call it.
Yeah, and Wemby smiled and, it was like, whatever. But, you're costing your team points.
Yeah, that's a good point. You have to have a little bit of self-control if you know that's in the rule book.
If I'm Pop, I'm like, dude, you're negative points right now as far as your plus minus for us. Mm-hmm. You're not contributing.
Not great.
They don't have room for stupid stuff like that. Even the Nuggets don't have room for stupid stuff like that.
If we were down 5, imagine if, a few of those points were from a stupid technical.
Yeah.
It can make a difference, for sure.
I feel like we should loosen up on that rule. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
But I'm also like, it's the rule. Maybe we don't. Maybe it shows gamesmanship.
Yeah.
So I keep taking that from you, sportsmanship.
I personally think the ref should be given some discretion.
Yeah. You're right.
What if the other night, what if it was a playoff game and Wemby did what he did? Mm-hmm. And that was maybe his second tech. You could argue don't get the first tech. But it's like, would you really just kind of ruin a game to kick him out because of just the ball slipped through his hands?
Okay, here's my question. What if a bench guy did that twice? Would you be like, stupid bench guy, or would you say, oh, he didn't deserve the techs?
That's a good question.
Is it different because it's Wemby, or is it different, or is it the same because you respect the rule? Or like you know what I mean, because you want to get rid of the rule?
That's a good question that I didn't really think about, and you're probably right. I am being biased towards the quality of the game, right? Like I'd rather have
the star in the game.
Yeah, I'd rather have like Jalen Pickett get kicked out than the Joker, right? I mean, I'm nothing against Jalen Pickett. I'm just saying like a guy who gets a lot less minutes and affects the game just a little bit less than Joker.
When as a fan, would you be mad at Pickett for picking up 2 techs, and then as opposed to being like Joker's just being picked on?
Yeah. I will admit I'm probably being biased towards star players because I want to keep the quality high.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I'm with you. I'm just saying
that's a really good question. It's like, should everyone be treated almost the same in that sense? I mean, technically, yeah. Like in theory, they should be. I feel like they're not.
No,
but yeah, I don't know.
I think we got to loosen up on that rule.
Yeah, Show Sum Huss, fam. Let us know. Should we loosen up on that rule?
We need to.
Yeah.
I think we need to respect it because it's a rule right now, so don't make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
But I think as an NBA, they need to chill. And I feel like taunting can lead to fighting because it's, you're talking trash and all that. So I don't think it should happen, but at the same time, and I'm not a let the boys play kind of thing because there needs to be some sort of organization to it because the focus needs to be basketball, not one-upping your guy.
Yeah, and these guys are role models for a lot of our youth. And
I just want to see good basketball.
Yeah.
After you score, you should probably get back because they're going to run up and down on you. Yeah. Instead of flexing on the dude that you embarrassed because he was playing help side defense.
Yeah.
You posterize a help side defender. Oh, good for you.
Right.
Like
a backup point guard or something.
Yeah. Yeah. When even if it's a stud, like most of these posters are the backside defender.
Yeah.
Like you should get a backside defender if you're up on a hook.
Yeah, and Giannis is going to do that to the majority of the NBA.
Right? Yeah, right? He's called the Greek freak.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen.
This kind of brought up another situation that I wanted to get your thoughts on. A lot of stuff in the media, and I heard this on 92.5. They were talking about how Nikola Jokic, no matter win or lose, shakes hands with the opponents.
Does he?
Every single time.
Haven't even noticed.
He did last night. Well, it's because that's normal. Most players do that. A lot of players, when they get beat by Jokic, do not. And at first I thought it was just kind of being over-exaggerated, but then they started showing clips, and it's kind of true.
No way.
Like game 1 this year, LeBron, AD just walked off court.
Well.
They didn't. I mean, I just expect a little bit more of like gamesmanship.
From LeBron and AD? Really? You expect that from them?
From LeBron, yeah.
No. Soft. He should. I agree.
Yeah.
We should expect it. I don't expect it from them.
Yeah.
I know, man. They're up when they're up. When they're down, they're down.
And I'm pretty sure it happened the other night in the Clippers game.
Nikola is a lover of this game.
Yeah.
He's going to do it, whether you like the way he does it or not.
Yeah.
And he's just going to go do it. I don't know, man.
Yeah. And sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack the conversation.
No, that was great. Do you think that maybe he's saying some things that are unforgivable during the game and they're just like, no, absolutely not. No one said anything about that.
I mean, he's not really, I haven't seen him be a trash talker.
Dude, when you give someone 32, 16, and 14, would you go shake their hand?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or would you, if someone gives that to you, would you go shake their, I don't know, man. I'd be kind of like, oh gosh.
Especially in the moment. You and I both played, not at the NBA level or even college level, but in competitive sports.
Yeah.
When you lose, it's not a good feeling.
No, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and to have to go congratulate the other team, it's tough.
It's gross.
It's tough.
Yeah. So
maybe there's that, especially when the Clippers, they probably thought they had that in the bag the other night. And, going back to that game 1, LeBron and AD, they talked a lot in the offseason.
Yeah. Well,
and it'd be tough to be like, eh.
And for me, for the superstars, it's like, fellas, you're making what, like $4,000 an hour?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna make that regardless whether you win or lose. So
yeah.
For the guys that are fighting for the two-way, like Colin, I get it. I'd be, you're every night your paycheck depends on what you're producing. So I feel like, I would like to see the stars all, show some gamesmanship, like you said, but I don't expect them to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And people are like, well, it's because they're competitive. No, I just think they're just soft losers, man.
The reason I brought it up is I was just curious of your thoughts because I don't really care. Like, I feel like it's just the media. It's the 4-letter word, ESPN.
Yeah.
They're just trying to create stories.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Even if he didn't, I don't think I would care.
No. Because I seen him, we've been to a few games, and he leaves the line part of the way through the national anthem and goes and high fives like all the ball boys and all the helpers and stuff like that. And first I was like, that's come on, bro, let's show some respect. But also like he's not from here.
Yeah.
And I
don't think he means it in a disrespectful way. It's not like he's going and like doing something ridiculous. He's going and like probably making these kids' day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Exactly. And that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's that he's getting ready for his game.
Yeah. It's probably not, he probably needed that extra time to get to all the ball boys and girls.
Exactly. I love everything about our culture and what the Nuggets are bringing to the table. Yeah. I'm wearing something special today, man.
Oh, yes. Do you want me to describe it? You want to describe it?
I like the way you describe things.
So he's wearing a jersey, and it is from an individual who plays in the West. Plays for a team that Leo and I think are kind of a dark horse this year. And I don't think their record necessarily reflects that yet, but yeah, they're in the hunt, and it is
Mr. De'Aaron Fox.
Yes, sir.
I love their city jerseys this year.
Yeah, what he has on right now is extremely cool. Like it makes me not like ours as much, even though I do love ours.
I think I like this one more than ours, just as far as design goes.
Agreed.
But I also like that it's a throwback to the Oscar Robertson days. You know how I feel about the Big O. I picked him in my 5 against you.
Yeah.
And he's the real triple-double originator, master. And you know how I feel about De'Aaron Fox, man. He's a problem.
Yes.
He's a sincere problem.
Yes.
When he is hurt, that's the only time I don't fear him.
Yeah. Where did he go to Kentucky?
Yeah. He's a Kentucky product.
Yeah. He just has that. You know what he kind of reminds me of? He reminds me of like the length of he has that like bounceability of Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of got that length of Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really wish he was on our team.
Man. And he's left-handed, and that's hard to guard.
Exactly.
There's just something about it.
It's a different look. Yeah.
So here's some numbers for the Kings.
Okay. When
When he plays, they are 5-1.
That's a good record.
That's a great record. When he hasn't played, they are 2-3.
That's not a great record.
That's a bad record.
Yeah.
One of those records, the 5-1, you're the number one team.
Yeah.
The 2-3 record, you're possibly in the lottery.
Yeah. Middle of the pack.
Yeah. More of the pack. You're right.
Yeah.
When he plays, they average 25 points a game more. That's 25 more a game.
That's crazy.
It's like 101 to 126 or somewhere around there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Dude, and people talk about MVP. He's, not scoring 30 a game. But when you talk about most valuable player
to your team,
I'm not saying Nikola's not it, because Nikola's it.
Yeah.
But we need to maybe think about De'Aaron Fox.
Should be in the conversation.
That's a lot of value to me.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, shout out to De'Aaron Fox. He's also a Curry athlete. He's the first Curry athlete ever. He signed with the Curry brand, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
So I like, we all love Steph.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a great shooter?
Yeah. Yeah, the Kings are fun to watch, and he's a huge reason for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they got Sabonis. Do they have Monk too?
They sure do.
Yeah.
Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Huerter.
Solid squad.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. Mm-hmm. Don't want to run into them in the playoffs.
No.
But yeah, man, you rock. And I want to just put this out there. So Leo is a big jersey collector, and in a few, maybe in a month or so, we're gonna do a jersey episode of his, and we're trying to get YouTube up and running with video. So we'll do that then. Yeah. If he's okay with it. He's looking at me like, why you put me on the spot?
Oh, man,
sorry.
no.
But
I mean, I'm sure that there are others with much better jersey collections, but I do love
You're the best that I know.
My NBA jerseys I do love them.
Yeah, they're pretty. You always come over with a solid jersey. I'm like, this, and it's always a new one. I'm like, this one is amazing. Today's is like, I think today's might be the best so far.
Dude, I don't know, man. My Kukoc jersey is my favorite.
Yeah, that Kukoc is pretty solid.
But this is a top 5. You got a couple of jokers in there, and
yeah.
My Kobe White jerseys, I love those too.
Yeah.
But
Kobe White.
Yeah. That's right. Anyway, we were talking about De'Aaron Fox just now, and I said that he is a Curry athlete.
Yeah.
Speaking of Curry,
he's pretty good.
Steph Curry is very good. But we're not going to talk about him as a player, Donnie.
Okay.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Last couple of days, there have been rumbles. Not rumbles. He just straight up said it. Steph Curry would love to own an NBA team someday.
Okay.
So, Donnie, we're going to get super hypothetical.
Okay. I like that.
Let's pause and say that Steph retires today. And by tomorrow, he owns a team.
Okay.
He needs to fill a roster, Donnie. Steph needs guys.
Okay. Full expansion.
So the NBA, Adam Silver being the pal that he is, he's like, hey, man, I'm going to help you out here. Here are the parameters that you have for rostering your team.
Okay.
Here we go, Donnie. You can poach 1 superstar, 4 starters, and 2 bench guys from any NBA team as long as all of those players come from different NBA teams.
Okay.
These have to be obviously current players because he's starting a team today.
Yeah.
Donnie, one more time. He can poach 1 superstar, meaning, and a superstar is the best player on the team, someone who's been all NBA the last few years, all-star team, you know what I mean? Those type of guys.
Yeah.
4 starters, just general starters on any team.
Okay.
And 2 guys that come from any team's bench. You can't pick starters from other teams and make them your bench guys. These guys have to be genuine bench guys on the team that they play for.
Okay.
Donnie,
Yeah.
who does Steph take for his team?
He gave me a little time to put this together because this required some serious thought, and this is a really solid question. I'm going to start with the bench. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. Okay. I'm going to start
With your bench guys.
Yeah, with my 2 bench guys.
Let's hear it.
So, first pick in the 2050 expansion draft when Steph Curry owns a
2050. Oh, no. These guys are going to be ancient by then.
Yeah, we're going to assume all these guys are put in a cryo chambers.
Dude, it's 2024. This team is called the Steph Curry Stephs.
Okay, yeah.
Who is going to be your first pick for the Steph Curry Stephs on your bench team?
Gotcha. First pick. He is...
Sorry, the Steph Curry Chefs. Okay. That's what they'll be.
He's a great guy off the bench for the Nuggets. This is my Nuggets pick. It's going to be Christian Brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He brings energy.
Yeah.
His sense to just do what is right for the team. I mean, he is a freak on the boards for his size.
Christian Brown seems like a very draftable guy from Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Agreed, man. Good pick.
Yeah. And maybe Steph could help him with his jumper a little bit, Not that his jumper's terrible, but,
Sorry, man. I got to take notes.
No, you're good.
Okay, so your bench guy is CB. Got you.
And my next one is from Cleveland. And it's going to be Caris LeVert.
Caris LeVert?
Caris LeVert. Thank you.
He's a bench guy?
Is he?
I thought he was a starter. Dude,
oh.
Maybe I don't know, dude. If he is, good pick.
No, I'll swing back to that one. I'll think of another bench guy.
I'm cool with him, man. He's not a dude I would have picked, so.
Okay. Now, to go into my 4 starters, and you and I talked about this guy. At center, Sengun.
Oh, dude. He's a top 3 center right now.
Dude, he is killing it.
I mean, he's far below Joel, but he's 3rd.
Yeah.
And it's not really that close. So
No.
that's great, man.
Yeah, he is a solid center. Can shoot the 3, models his game kind of after Joker, young.
He said the Joker's his idol.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you have the Nuggets, you have the Pacers, the Cavs.
And then the Rockets.
And Houston. Okay.
Now, for my next starter.
Okay.
Kristaps Porzingis.
I thought about him.
Yeah. Is that he does not qualify as a star to you, correct? Okay, good.
No, that's a good pick, man.
Yeah, and I'm going for size on this.
That's a big team. Yeah. Wow, you're going to be much bigger than my team because I was thinking I'm going to kill him with guards.
Yeah. Well, my bench was only guards, so I'm like I got to go big in the starting lineup,
That's fair. Well, no, CB's isn't he a forward?
Like a 2 or 3.
He plays like a guard.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Porzingis a center for you? Or is he? No, he's a forward.
Yeah.
And he's from Boston.
He can be like a 2-3.
He's having a good year.
Yeah.
Good call.
And then for my 2, I think he might play 3 for this team, but he'll be my 2. It's going to be Josh Giddey. I feel like with my picks, I'm going kind of international here. I got Sengun from Turkey, Porzingis from Latvia.
Gosh. Yeah, dude.
And Josh Giddey from Australia.
Going all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to edit that out. Jeez.
Now, at point guard, this is kind of an out of the pocket. And maybe it's because we've played them twice recently. Brandon Ingram.
Oh.
I've become a huge fan of Brandon Ingram.
You stole one from me, man.
Was he on yours?
He's on my list.
Okay, all right.
Dang it.
Sorry, buddy.
He's a good pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously Zion is the star on that team, so that's why you can pick Ingram.
I just love his mid-range game. I just love it.
Yeah, man, that's a good pick. I gotta.
And he's long. He's big.
I know, man. I know.
He's like, kind of reminds me of like Andre Miller back in the day, a little bit.
Yeah, a 6'10" Andre Miller.
Yeah.
What a scary thing, right?
Yeah. And then,
I agree. Oh, what a good comparison. The way they shoot that high release too.
Dude, yeah. All right, so for my superstar.
Who's your superstar?
All right, you told the story about this guy a while back, about him running to a game and being picked up by some random strangers. And it is the man from the north, plays in the north, but he's from the Mediterranean, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
Holy business.
And the reason I went with
That's a humongous team.
Yeah. And the reason I went with that team is Sengun can kind of play that joker role. And then you kind of have four that play, perimeter, but also, when they get a mismatch, they can body some guys up like Porzingis.
Wow, man.
I honestly might put Giannis at the 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
Porzingis at the 3?
Yeah. Or just kind of interchange, or not really necessarily.
Porzingis is a better shooter.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it necessarily would matter because I don't think it's about who. I did it for defensive purposes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously offensive purposes, but.
That's a good team, man.
Yeah, big team. Big team.
Let's review. Your 2 bench guys, you have CB from the Nuggets. You have Caris LeVert from the Cavs. 2 good bench guys, man. I feel like you got a lot of hustle off the bench.
Yeah.
You can definitely show some hustle. Your starters, you have Şengün from Houston, actually from Turkey. Dude, his step back 1-footer J thing, it's incredible, man. It's so nasty.
Yeah.
Porzingis, always he's a stud. Josh Giddey. Brandon Ingram is a great pick.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that, man.
Yeah.
I love what you said about him.
Sorry I stole him.
And that's fine. That's okay. And then your superstar, who is a superstar among superstars.
Yeah.
Giannis. It's a tough squad, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough squad.
Did you put one together, right?
I did put one together.
Yeah.
Give me a second to make some adjustments because I need to take out Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
Let's do it, Donny. All right, you ready for this team?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Like you, I'm going to start off with my bench.
Okay.
This guy, we were talking about De'Aaron Fox earlier.
Okay.
Stud for the Kings.
Yeah, baller.
I feel like this guy is a stud bench guy for them.
Okay.
Malik Monk.
He comes off the bench?
I think Kevin Huerter, Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I forget the other ones, but I'm pretty sure Malik Monk comes off the bench for them.
Okay. That's a solid pick.
Thank you. I agree. My next one. This dude is a sharpshooter, one of the best shooters in the NBA of all time. Duncan Robinson.
Dude, I almost went that route. That is a solid pick. I was this close,
Dude,
to go that route.
That dude can shoot the crap out of the ball.
Yeah. He's like somewhat big.
Yeah.
He's long.
And he started in D3 basketball in college.
Right.
And worked his way to Michigan.
Amazing story.
What a stud.
Yeah.
So anyway, those are my 2 bench guys.
Okay.
My first starter, who I had to take substitute Ingram for.
Okay.
Austin Reeves.
Okay.
I know he's struggling right now. He's getting it back.
Yeah.
He is. He had a weak start. He's getting it back. He's a good starter. I mean,
we give him crap because he's a Laker, but he is a very good basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think I would enjoy watching him more if I didn't have to watch the Lakers.
He'd be a great Nugget.
Oh, yeah.
He's a slicer and dicer. He's a high shot percentage kind of guy.
He would be, yeah. Jokic could improve his point total by probably 5 or 6 a game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he would increase Nicola's assist count as well.
Yeah.
My next one, it's a big guy. Not a big guy. He's a forward. I feel like he's an talked about, undervalued kind of guy. He's been, he kind of struggles in the playoffs, but he's a stud during the regular season. A New York Knick, Julius Randle.
Okay. Solid pick.
Their stud is Jalen Brunson. So, Julius Randle, I think he's a great player. He's averaging like 19 or 20 a game.
And I feel like his career, when he started, it was kind of, He had big expectations, but he's come along.
Oh, man. Yeah. What he's doing recently is just excellent.
Yeah. Giving life to Nick fandom, which is kind of a tough life nowadays.
Oh, man. He and Jalen Brunson are doing well for them.
Yeah.
My next one. This dude plays in the East as well. He's going to be my starting point guard. I love this guy's game. I wish he played for the Nuggets. I am so angry that he gets to make Joel Embiid look really good. Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
Tyrese Maxey is a stud. He just gave someone a 50 ball.
Yeah.
He's only going to get better.
Yeah, he's very good.
Plus, he's on that New Balance endorsement with Jamal.
Jamal, yeah. Solid.
Yeah. So that's my point guard. Here's another guard. You are going to hate me for this, but this guy shows some Huss. He is a anger guy. He says some questionable things. He does some questionable things. He's very hated in the NBA. He plays in the West.
Ja Morant?
He used to play with Ja Morant. Oh. Now he plays in
Texas. You going with Brooks?
I'm going with Dylan Brooks.
That's all right.
That dude is a stud defender. He's a great shooter. He's the kind of guy that you hate to play against, but you love to play with.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is the guy I'm going with. Between Dylan Brooks and Tyrese Maxey, I feel like that's a stud backcourt.
Agreed.
So,
who's your big boy?
Well, I don't have a center.
I wonder who this could be.
I'm going with the Nikola Jokic
as
my superstar.
Okay. This is a solid team.
I kind of just built the whole team around who I thought would slice and dice and cut to the basket very well because that's what Nikola's going to find.
And you got lots of three-point threats as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You want to recap it?
Let's do it.
We got on his bench, we've got Malik Monk with the Sacramento Kings. And then we've got Duncan Robinson from the Miami Heat. Very, very good picks. Both of them can shoot very, very well. Then the four starters from the Lakers. We have Austin Reeves from the New York Knicks. Julius Randle from the 76ers. We have, what's his first name?
Tyrese
Maxey. And then from the Rockets, we've got Dylan Brooks. And all these players will be centered around the guy who probably every single coach in the league would want to build a team around, and that is Nikola Jokic, this Serbian sensation.
How many games are these teams winning? Let's say both of these teams are in the league.
I'd say they get a 4 seed or better, you know?
I don't know, man. I think both of our teams are winning 65 games.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're both, if they're not in the same conference, then they're each getting a first seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Giannis playing with Şengün? That's nuts. Great picks, my man.
Yeah.
Great picks.
Yeah, these are very good teams.
Not saying Lopez is a slack for the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks are a great team.
Yeah.
It's just, I think this Şengün guy he's gonna be special.
Dude, he is. The last thing I want to say is if Nikola doesn't touch the ball every time down the floor, we will not be successful. That's the last thing I want to say. He needs to touch it every time.
Okay. I feel like I say that to myself 20 times a game.
Yep.
If he's on the court and you don't use him, what's the point of him being on the court?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to shoot it.
No.
He doesn't even have to be the one to assist the layup. He needs to touch it because things happen when he touches the ball.
50% of the time, they double.
Yes.
And that means that someone's open. And who would you rather have with the ball in his hand when they are doubling him to find an open player? He will put it right in the shooting pocket, and these guys have played with him.
And most times when that happens, you're exactly right. It's an open three or a lay lob to Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. I think a lot of the bench guys are learning how to play with him. Christian Brown learned early, go to the hoop. He'll find you. And Peyton Watson is slowly learning, but he's going to get there. And with his athletic ability, it's almost like, a slightly lighter Aaron Gordon.
That reach is out of control.
Yeah.
He's like Aaron Gordon with the reach of MPJ.
Yeah. So going forward, I think Reggie Jackson is also figuring it out. And thank goodness, because we've asked a lot of him over the past 5 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's working so much better on the boards this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
Do you want to get out of here?
Well, not really, but I don't really have anything else to talk about.
I want to say thank you for putting together that fun segment of Steph Curry owning a 2024 expansion team next year.
That would be, I mean, he wants to own one, man. That's the team. Those are, I mean, Show Some Huss, folks. What do you guys think? Which team should he take?
He would probably take one of the, he would gladly take one of the two.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't? I guess that maybe I made those parameters a little too loosey-goosey, but.
Yeah, I thought they were good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with.
Did I just say loosey-goosey?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, we can take that.
So next week we'll be back with a recap episode and another fun episode. I think there's going to be quite a few games between that time, so we'll have quite a few games to recap. But yeah, it's always an honor, Leo. And do you want to remind our family, folks, and friends of something?
Folks, please do not forget to show some Huss. Go Nuggets.
Peace.